but what I do want to pick your brain, because I'm bringing you back memory lane here. The meeting we actually had in the USO, we were sitting at a table. Do you recall anything of that meeting, or do you have like a 60-second review of that meeting in your mind if you remember it?
Not at all. I'm being totally honest. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's so fun. That's so fun because we walked out.
But
we
if
walked
you tell
out.
the story, Greg, if you tell the story, I'll tell you whether it's right or not, because it will come back to me.
No, it's so fun. You almost made the point in a fun way. By the way, I remember everyone who was at the meeting, and I remember how long the meeting was and everything. But we walked out, Wendy, because you were so professional. You were dressed in a business suit. It was such a professional meeting. It really was. I think it might have been back in the days where I still owned a shirt and tie, maybe back in those days.
Oh, man.
And we walked out and we strolled down the sidewalk in front of SeaTac Airport, waiting for Ralph to pick us up.
Mm-hmm.
And you looked at me and you said, "That's the most amazing experience I've ever had. I simply couldn't believe the level of boardroom conversation it was."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, because you won't remember it. You won't remember it from back then, but you said, "Greg, I can't believe how you took charge of this meeting and just coordinated it like whatever." And so we took a quick little minute there. It was about 30 seconds, but I remember everything in life, and I'm almost sad to say, yeah, I remember everything of that meeting. But it was such a number one. It's the last time I saw you, but the last time we did. I mean, we never had done business together.
No.
So it was.
Now, do you remember what happened after that meeting?
Well, aren't we being a Wendy giving me more questions? No, go ahead. No,
you don't.
Go ahead.
Greg.
I'm gonna rename you Val Olson here. Okay. Go ahead. Let me know that story.
Yeah, because you were in the car with Ralph and I. Remember, we had his cousin lived out in Seattle, and
that's right.
He had lent us his M5 BMW, and we were coming out of the airport, and we got rear-ended. Don't you remember?
I remember it well.
Yeah. And it was like, oh my God. Now, it wasn't a bad rear end. This was even the funnier part of the story was that it wasn't really a rear end, or somebody touched the back end of our car. We felt it, and we got out, and there really wasn't a scratch on the car. We probably shouldn't have done this. We said, we're okay, you're okay. And we drove away, got back that evening to his cousin's place, gave him the car keys back. We didn't say anything. This is really starting to sound like we were immature. But anyway, we didn't say anything. We're out for supper that evening with his cousin, and his cousin goes, "Did somebody hit the back of my car?" We should have said something earlier. There was he was meticulous about this car, and there was probably the tiniest of scratch that you probably need a magnifying glass to see. But his cousin actually did end up finding that somebody had hit us in the back. So I don't know, maybe that muted my memory of the rest of the day, but I'll never do that again. Not own up to giving a car back to somebody and not saying that we'd had a little ding on it. But anyway, you were in the car, Greg, and we got rear-ended coming out of the airport.
Now that it's because we're talking 13 years ago. Now that I'm more wise about the insurance world and stuff, I was sitting in the back seat. You and Ralph were chit-chatting. We were talking about the USO meeting, and this fellow just kind of bumped the back of your car. And if I'd been smarter now than I know about the insurance industry in the United States, if I'd made a scene, you never know. Oh yeah, I'm actually not feeling real well right now. What's your insurance company's name? And let me have them send me a check. But it was fun. It was funny though. It was funny knowing that after that whole day we got into a cute little car accident. That was memorable. But that's the last time I saw and worked with you, Wendy. And that's if anything, that's why I have such fond memories of it. Seriously.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's fun. It's fun to remember back. So no, I appreciate you remembering more than I did about the meeting. But yeah, I was just really in awe that I was in the the presence of you know presence of the military, and uh, like you said, the last time I had seen you before that was high school. And we all matured a lot since high school. So it was like, wow, this is the all grown up Greg that I haven't seen in 25 years or whatever it had been. It'd been a lot of years.